You hear this all around society. You might actually believe it yourself. What I'm about to say is one of the biggest misconceptions that exist concerning socializing and your social circle. The whole concept of having... Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing good. It has been a while again since we've last spoken. I tend to have the habit to say welcome back, and it's not very good because the last time we spoke, it's been a couple months. And to be fair, I don't know if you're gonna see this video immediately or we're gonna use other videos to upload first. Just know this video is being filmed November 2024. All the other videos that might be uploaded have been filmed before this time, but I haven't uploaded them yet. So, hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing amazing this last few months that we haven't spoken. There are a few things that we want to discuss here on this channel, but in general life, I've kind of limited the time that I've allowed things to come to me, or rather situations for me to go towards those situations for me to actually grow. So I've actually limited the amount of things that I do. I've limited the amount of people that I see. I've kind of created a bigger filter, like a larger and more important checkpoint as to what can go through when it comes to me allocating my time and my energy for a project. Of course, that doesn't mean that you don't give, right? You always have to be in a giving state as much as you can. However, I'm a little bit more selective is the term I am trying to find this whole time. So, I hope you're doing good. A lot of things have happened, a lot of things have developed and changed. Marketing-wise, we've done a little bit better. Started transitioning from videography to video marketing. So now we have a team that is going to be tested in. We're going to be trying things out. And socializing-wise, coaching is also going pretty well. Going to focus a little bit more on the group coaching that we have, and I'm not going to say too much here because I really want you to get the most value out of it before I actually tell you about that. I'm really a big believer in give, and then take. But actually, it doesn't really count because coaching is for you, so I'm not even taking on that aspect. But of course, we both have benefits to that for you joining the coaching, for example. But that's not the time being. Right now, what the time being is today's topic at hand. I want you to really take into consideration what I'm about to say. You hear this all around society, you hear it all the time, you might actually believe it yourself. What I'm about to say is one of the biggest misconceptions that exist concerning socializing and your social circle. The whole concept of having a small circle. You hear everybody say, oh, I only keep the few people around. Oh, I don't really talk to many people. I just have my day ones and my homies, and that's all. And I don't really, meet other people because I just want to keep a small circle, small circle, big checks or whatever the hell. There's a t-shirt that says like one boo, no X, no stress, small circle, big checks, whatever the hell that means. Like, it's so weird. And I'm going to explain why it's actually literally one of the worst things you can do for your social life to have a small circle. Don't get me wrong. The closest people you have, you do want them to be extra selected. Don't get me wrong on that. The thing is, when it comes to a larger scale of a circle in your social life, you want to have options, okay? For you to have options and for you to give to other people, giving is an act of abundance. So if it's an act of abundance, why would you only give to like 3 or 4 people? So this concept of I want to have only a few people around me, yes, it's beneficial when it comes to a very, very personal aspect of your life. However, it will help you to understand that after you've had that circle 1, we're going to discuss it in a separate video, your circle 1, your closest people, should be very, very selected. Like, you should take your time through the course of months and years into seeing how people react, what they're good for and what you're good for in your relationship between yourselves, right? So you want to actually be understanding of that. However, after that circle 1, there's like multiple circles. It's like circle 1, your closest, circle 2, your friends, circle 3, the new people that come into your life, circle 4 could be just all random people that you don't know. So acquaintances, friends, and close friends, okay? For that to happen, it's required for us to have trust. You have to trust people. You have to trust people for you to be able to have a larger circle, okay? For you to have more friends. The concept of having friends is copy-paste everywhere. You need to have value between each other. You have to have common reference experiences, come from a place of health and love. You can't have toxic friendships. You shouldn't allow that in your own life in 2025, because we're almost in 2025. And you just have to go on the adventure of life together. There's a bunch of other aspects as well, but those are one of the most major ones, like understanding each other. The recipe is the same. Like, it's everywhere, all around the world. If you go to Japan and you want to make friends, you just have to have mostly similar things in place in your head. If you want to make friends in Germany, in Colombia, in Greece, where we're at right now, the Acropolis is absolutely amazing once again, then the concept of friendship and how you're going to approach people and how people are going to approach you is the same. So why do we get it confused to think that everybody's different and that each person is unique? We agree to that 100%. The thing is that human psychology, biology, and sociology are kind of predictable, okay? Sociology, maybe not that much. Sociology, not that much, maybe, because it's more of a differential factor there, because each society is different. However, in the long course of time, human psychology and biology are the same. Because, for example, if I go make friends in Japan, maybe the number one thing they like is honor and honesty, and they really value that. Or they're not really extroverted. But if I go to Latin America, maybe honesty is part of that, but extroversion is higher. So people are more open to talk to each other. So you don't have to have so much patience. You can just be more blunt. So all I'm trying to say is that having a small circle is only hindering your results in all aspects. Why would you have a small circle if you're the one who's actually giving value? How would it be possible for you to have a small circle if people like you for who you are, not for being fake? If people see that you're somebody who wants to help, not to gain something only, but mostly to give to the other person. Being altruistic, not just being one-sided relationship. We're not saying that. Have people who give and take. But sometimes in friendships, a friend of mine had told me, sometimes it's not gonna be give and take. Sometimes it's gonna be give, or take. You should be okay with that in a long-term relationship with somebody. Years on, right? Not long-term. Long-term relationship isn't 3 months, guys. But we've been very much brainwashed into thinking that everything is small aspect of time because of the social media thing that's going on in technology. Long-term relationships are like, they start at 6 months, okay? And then they can go on for years. 6 months to a year is the beginning of a long-term relationship. It's not like 4 months, we were in a long-term relationship. Come on, man. Like, how many times you go out on a date? 20, 30, 40? I can't even do the math right now, but anyway. Zooming back to the main topic at hand, if you're somebody who wants to give value, if you're somebody who wants to give to society, people around you, friends, people you don't even know, and you don't know if you're gonna get anything back, and you're not doing it for that, or somebody who you have a win-win situation with, and it's like a business endeavor. If you have those things in place in your head and in your action, like you wanna align your thoughts, your intentions, and your actions, right? Not just saying, I wanna help people and just sitting on your couch, right? We don't care about the ambulance or the cop car, we just keep going. My voice is supposed to surpass that, by the way. That's when you know if you have a good vocal tone or not. You're supposed to be able to surpass that with your own voice. We're gonna talk about that in a different video as well. Vocal tonality and vocal projection. So you wanna have power with your words, okay? But for me not to remove your focus, I'm gonna wait for that to pass. Only for that. I'm just gonna wait for that to pass. So we're back. As I was saying, long-term relationships, right? If you wanna be somebody who helps other people, I guarantee you and I promise you that you're gonna meet more people than you ever thought you would meet. You're gonna have amazing experiences that you ever thought you're gonna have. You're gonna get access to so many things, resources, experiences, behind the scenes things in any kind of aspect in your life. Whether that be jumping on a helicopter, whether that be getting access to a private villa, to a party, getting invited on a podcast, sharing amazing experiences with your bros or your wingmen or your brothers in arms or however you wanna call it, and going on these amazing social adventures and just not knowing what would show up in the result of that, but not going for the result, just going for the actual adventure itself. And just being somebody who wants to give value to society in general, in small and big ways, just having that as a pursuit within you, I guarantee you, you're gonna see results with that. You're gonna have people who wanna get to know you, you're gonna have people who are gonna want to be around you, you're gonna have people who want to connect with you by themselves. You should pursue to build your circle by yourself, or not by yourself, on your own. You should pursue to build your circle on your own. However, people will start coming into your life. For you to be a good critic of who should I let in my life, you're supposed to be somebody who also brings in leads to their life. You can't just wait for girls to come into your life. You can't just wait for amazing friends to just show up. You can't just be locked up in your house like most guys are in today's age, which we don't judge them, we understand. With a lot of love, they have to go out there and meet people. You can't just sit in your house playing video games 4, 6, 8 hours a day. By the way, super amazing gamer right here. I've been playing since the age of 5. I know what it's like, okay? And I love playing games, I still do. you can't just wait for people to come meet you. That's a little bit, you know, egotistical. So you're waiting for like the girl that you deserve, king, to come into your house and like knock on your door and like make pie or some shit. Like, how is that gonna ever work? This whole concept of like the whole red pill concept of like, oh, you know, I want a quiet girl. I just want her to stay home and like be there. To be honest, I kind of went in through a phase, like just a 30-second get to know me kind of thing. I went through a phase where I kind of related to a little bit of that, just a little bit, where like, okay, maybe I don't want a girl who's like rah, 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 like so much validation all over the table, all over the place. But I don't want somebody who's quiet. I like girls who fucking own shit. I like girls who go for shit. I like girls who are, you know, how do I say? Like they're in their feminine energy, but they're not like dust in the wind. In Greek, we have this expression called philos ton άνεμο, which means being a leaf in the wind. I don't want a girl who can just tumble over. I want a girl who's like, you know, confident in herself while maintaining her feminine energy. That's a hard balance to maintain, but it's definitely possible because I've seen it, okay? I've seen it, I've experienced it, and I can tell you that it's out there. If you don't want to take my word for anything that I'm saying, please, I advocate you, build your critical thinking, go test these things out on your own. Go see what it's like to have a small circle or a big circle. Go understand what it means to have friends, the word and term friends, having it very strict, okay, having it a very strict way of what you mean, or having it more fluid, like we're friends. Not my close friends, they have to be tested by time and myself, and I have to be tested as well. We have to have common experiences, we have to have patience, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, circle 2, circle 3, I want those things to be a little bit more open, like, hey man, oh yeah, we could be friends. Yeah, friends. You're not lying, you're just being more chill about the term. You know within you who is your friend and who's your friend. Your friend and your friend. You're not lying. Again, I'm not advocating anybody, and we won't ever advocate anybody to lie to get something. We want you to be around cool people who have things to give you, and for you to have people around you who you give to them. That's fine. We're never gonna lie and say, oh yeah, he's my friend, and mean it in a different way. We know how we mean it. If you're watching this channel, from here on out, you're gonna know that having friends and having friends is the same thing, but on a deeper level. It's the same thing with more experience. Okay? You need to have both. You need to have your circle 1, your circle 2, your circle 3 of acquaintances. You need to have people coming into your life. Your energy has to be open. You need to bring people in, let people out. Bring people in, let people out. Let this experience flow. Okay? This sounds a little bit woo-woo. I learned this, and you need to let things flow. Cash, experiences, friends. You can't be stingy. There's no closing off. Like, you can't let people in and then never let them go. The flow is either open or it's closed. You can't let cash in and then stop it. Like, you can't stop the flow. If you stop the flow stops. You become stingy. You become like a Scrooge. You have to have the flow open. Cash comes in, you invest, and you spend. Cash comes in, you spend, you invest. Sometimes you won't have a lot of cash. You still spend and invest. You still push yourself to do that so the circle keeps going. Or else if the energy stops, it dies, okay? So I think this gave you a little bit of a more brief, but I would hope valuable explanation as to why you should have a bigger circle, and why, if you don't, it's gonna be a problem in your life. I can guarantee that, because when I was 16, I had a lot of people around me. I thought I wasn't good enough. I didn't feel well at all, and I didn't feel like I could connect with anybody. I felt very lonely in a room with like 15 people. I felt alone. I don't want you to be that, but it's up to your responsibility, with a lot of love, to take anything you want from this video and other things that you do, therapy, socializing, the gym, meditation, and put them into action. It's your responsibility. I just want these videos to be one of the moving things that you will watch, but you will also act upon, because you will not understand what we're talking about if you only watch it. You have to go out there and you have to actually apply it. What it does it mean to have 2 friends, 4, 6, 8? What does it mean to organize a social circle event? What does it mean to give value to people? What does it mean to be an empathetic listener, etc., etc.? However, I do want this to be a little bit of a break in your day-to-day endeavors, and because you're working a lot of hours, I'm sure. If you're not, do that. I just want this to be like a little break in your day. So after this video, what you could do actually, like an action step you could take, besides just, you know, hopping on the subscribe and following us on all platforms, if you find this content useful to you, and just let me know what else you want to see, because the content I'm making is literally for us in all aspects of like the male sphere of self-improvement, socializing, which includes dating and networking, right? Just let me know what you want to see. Besides all that, what you could do as an action step is to, for like 5-10 minutes, sit somewhere on a desk or at a chair or an office, whatever, and just consider Who is my friend? Who do I have right now in my life where I can just call up at 2 a.m., something goes down, they help me, I have to go to the hospital. Who do I have to go in on that amazing, spontaneous, non-planned trip? Or who do I have to plan a trip? You have both sides of traveling. Who do I have where I can just call up and express something to them? Who do I have to go out and socialize with, meet new people, have new experiences? Who do I have to go to the gym with? Who do I have to go do new things with? Take that in consideration. And then think about it for 5-10 minutes. Start writing things down. Just write names. Just write names. You don't have to do much. Just write. Bill. Okay. Costas. John. Alex. Cool. And then you, like on top, just say circle 1. Circle 1. Okay? Circle 2. Who do I have who's a friend, but he's like not that, like we're friends, but we're not gonna, jump off a cliff together, right? Okay. Write them in the second category. Or just write all the people you know, like just a little bit, about 10, 20 people, and then just right next to them, circle 1, circle 2, circle 3. Circles go outwards, okay? I'm gonna tell my cameraman, the content creator, I'm gonna send him a screenshot of all these circles, and we're gonna put it right here, and you're gonna see the diagram. You should screenshot that diagram of what it means to have circles. Your social life can be planned. It doesn't help you to just go from wave to wave. Build out a social system that benefits you long-term, helps you grow, helps you give love, helps you meet people that you want to meet, and also helps you give more to people in society, and you can plan these things out. You don't have to take social interactions to the point where everything is scripted. You do have to have some authenticity in there. However, your plan of how I'm going to do some things is like bullet points, and you should have them. I want to go out, I want to meet people, I want to give good vibes, I want to see which of the people that I met with the good vibes are capable and appropriate of building up that vibe and being on the same wavelength as we are, and then continuing on that interaction later into the night or later into the day or another day. And then whatever things go from there, like a romantic adventure that's mutually wanted, or a friendship or a business opportunity, whatever it may be. So you want to have those checkpoints. If you don't have those, you do need them. Because meeting people, a lot of people, is never gonna come unless you know where you're stepping. You don't have to plan everything, but you just don't want to be dust in the wind. Philo στον άνεμο. There's the Greek expression for us to close off. Thank you for sticking around. Hope you like this video. Let me know what else you want to know, because I want to make content for you and for us. I really mean it. Just let me know in the comments or DM me on Instagram. I'm going to see you in the next video. Peace.